A national climbing champ in the Valley now preparing for a world competition in Austria. And get this, she's doing it while being legally blind.
Pretty incredible. Dan Rascon takes us inside the story of this climber. How does she do it, Dan?
Yeah, Mark and Shauna, good question. Watching her, you would never know that she is legally blind. She can see some colors and shapes. She also gets some help through an earpiece. But this woman's can-do attitude is what really makes it happen. The thrill of the climb.
When I'm on the wall, nothing else exists.
That's why 30-year-old Whitney Pesek just can't get enough of it. A reigning national climbing champ who you would never know is actually blind.
I'm legally blind. I've lost most of the vision in my left eye, and I have a little bit in my right, but I can't see your face. I can catch light around you. And a lot of times that's how I'll start to recognize people, is just by their gestures, their movements, and their voice.
Whitney was just 13 years old when suddenly the chalkboard in hallways at school started to get very blurry. She went in to get checked.
When I covered my right eye, I thought she was playing a joke. She kept asking, like, please follow the pen. I'm like, there is no pen.
Then at 17, she woke up one morning,
Washed my face, looked in the mirror, and realized I couldn't see all of my face.
Whitney was diagnosed with a rare macular degenerative disease, but she continued to enjoy the sport she loved. Soon she picked up climbing, and just last month she flew to Columbus, Ohio to compete in the national competition for adaptive climbers and took first place in the visually impaired division.
After 3 hours of climbing our hardest, I ended up taking gold, which was amazing. It was really, really cool.
According to Whitney, this is what it's like when she's climbing. It's like me taking a piece of black tape and putting them on glasses and trying to climb like this.
Come on, Dan.
But of course, look at how big these are compared to what she climbs with. Man, it's difficult to see anything.
Starting off, pull on, left foot on, match that first hole to go up right hand.
Whitney does have a little help
Stand left hand undercling.
as she's scaling a wall.
Holds get a little bit thinner up top, so be aware.
She wears an earpiece,
First crimp, second crimp,
and that voice helping her to navigate,
high feet up to your hip.
Sean Spring, her
Stand left hand
fiance.
undercling. The thing I love about her is that she doesn't treat it as a disability.
Whitney is now training for the world competition in Austria. So how are the arms?
They are burning.
She trains 4 to 5 days a week. She may fall again and again and again. But this gal is no quitter and not one to make the excuse that she can't see. And that's what makes her so good.
I'd always tell my parents, when they'd be like, be cautious, you know, take it slow. I'd be like, guys, I'm not dying. Like, I can live without my eyes.
And you're done.
Pretty amazing there. Now, believe it or not, Whitney's day job is a visionary designer, which means she designs mobile apps. She says she has a 40-inch screen and her nose is right up against it. And that, of course, is a whole nother story. World climbing competitions are set to take place in September in Austria. To follow Whitney, go to our website, KUTV.com, click on features, and inside the story.